Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to present to you my favorites for February 2019. We have a lot of stuff. We have makeup, we have skincare, we have heating pads. And if you want to take a look at the items that I chose to be my favorites for February, the details about them, and my thoughts, then please keep on watching. Hello my friends, if it's your first time here, thank you so much for coming. My name is Alicia. My platform is called Kinky Sweat to represent my kinky hair and sweat life. I am a fitness professional here at NYC. If you want to check out my daily movement musings, then you can head over to my Instagram. All my class times and locations can also be found on my website. I love movement and beauty too, and I put them all on one platform. February favorites. I have my list. I had to write some things down because it's a little overwhelming. You know, I could get out of hand with the favorites, but I'm like, no. Hunker it down and edit. Might as well start with skincare. The first item I want to present is the Ursa Major Golden Hour Recovery Cream. Full on disclaimer, I have a relationship with Ursa Major ever since I filmed with Mind Body Green last year. It was a Burt's Bee campaign video that, in conjunction with other skincare brands, Ursa Major was one of the items that I used on the video. They were very nice to send me their vitamin C, their Brighten Up Vitamin C Serum, which I actually featured in my Best 2018 skincare video. Love that vitamin C serum. And they reached out to me a couple of months ago and say, hey, thank you so much for featuring us in your Best of Skincare video. You want to try any other products? And I'm like, oh my god. So I asked to try the recovery cream because I've been seeing this a lot on social media and it looks amazing. And let me tell you, this formula, the minute you apply it on your skin, it feels that it's being just enveloped in this healing wrap of moisture. And it has a light herbal scent to it that's not overwhelming. It's actually quite calming to the senses, and that's why I love it to apply it as a night cream. I just love the texture of this. It's lightweight but very moisturizing, hydrating, and again, it leaves your skin soft, velvety soft. It doesn't leave it shiny, it doesn't leave it greasy. It absorbs incredibly well and quickly, and I love the texture it leaves my skin in. And again, the smell is phenomenal. It's very holistic in nature, and I feel just kind of puts a nice end to my nightly skincare ritual in that very calming and relaxing way. I've been using this every day, and sometimes on a day where I'm doing makeup looks and I just need to take off my makeup if I want to train or whatever, after I remove everything, I apply the recovery cream just to replenish the moisture on my face, and it's just the perfect moisturizer for that purpose as well. And this is one of like the more clean brands on the market. It has a 6-month recommended shelf life on here. Just make sure if you're looking to use this that you know you're gonna use it every day and finish it within 6 months. Next up on my skincare favorites, this is a product that I underestimated and I'm calling myself on it for sure. The Farmacy Honeymoon Glow. I mentioned this quickly again in my skincare best of 2018 video, and I mentioned that I was comparing it to the Drunk Elephant TLC Fran Bruce Glycolic Night Treatment, which is all gone. She's finished. I tried the Honeymoon Glow for a day or two. I actually brought it with me on my trip to Houston when I was teaching workshops on that trip, and I found it didn't act as fast as like glycolic treatment. On the other hand though, when I ran out of my Drunk Elephant, I'm like, well, you have to use something exfoliating at night at least. You just cannot skip that step. I decided to give the Honeymoon Glow a fair chance, and it was since maybe, I think I've been using this since December. I'm almost done with it. I'm halfway through. Yes, it doesn't work as fast as the glycolic treatment because molecularly lactic acid is bigger than glycolic, and it's going to be a lot more gentle in terms of that exfoliating process. It doesn't mean that it doesn't work, and the reason why I want products to work fast is because I pick my own skin and I want the brown spots to go away within a day. It's not fair, right, to expect a product to work fast because I have like the worst habits of life. But I find that this is a little more moisturizing than the Fran Bruce because it has honey extract and ingredients that makes for a more moisturizing exfoliating treatment that I feel dry skin types really appreciate. And the fact that it is winter time, and why not use an exfoliating treatment that's more moisturizing in nature. I think it's maintained my breakouts fairly well. It's helped lighten up my brown spots. It might not look like it did because every time a brown spot starts to lighten, I go in on another new one and just make more brown spots. I'm the worst. I do appreciate how the texture of my skin is still smooth. So yeah, I feel this is great maintenance, especially if you don't have a lot of breakouts. This will probably help refine skin texture and help lighten any blemishes, acne scars, sunspots, sun damage. If you have really intense breakouts, I'm not sure if this will be the best because it is highly moisturizing. Maybe you need something that is like the glycolic treatment from Drunk Elephant, or maybe not. Let me know down below if you have breakouts frequently and use the Honeymoon Glow has been working out for you. As far as I've been using it since December, I really love the formula. I love how it goes on. Very smooth to the touch. It absorbs well. It doesn't leave my skin feeling sticky or overly dewy. I apply this at night and under the rest of my skincare. It just makes for a nice cushiony texture for my skin to be in throughout the night. The next item, Susan Mayfield, one of our friends here, was so kind enough to send me a goodie package. She had a couple of brushes that she wasn't feeling, but she wanted them to have a good home. She sent me the brushes as well as other items in her package, which, listen, she wrote me a letter. I have that letter and I'm gonna frame it, okay? Her cursive is outstanding. And in her package, she sent me the face halo. Thank you, Susan. I've been eyeing the face halo for quite some time. I never made the plunge because I had to order it, blah, blah, blah. I like my wipes, so whatever. I totally get the importance of being more environmentally conscious, not only with what you eat and everything else, but your skincare as well. It just goes across the board. The face halo is designed to remove your makeup just with water because the technology lives in how the fibers are designed. It grabs makeup without any help from micellar water or makeup remover. And let me tell you, it is a neat little pad. You wet this bad boy, you wipe it around your face and your makeup is gone. It's gone. It ends up on here, and what I do is I have my mini beauty blender soaps that I collected during the time when Sephora was having their 100-point award perks, and the beauty blender soap was one of them. I grabbed 10 of them. I just use that after I'm done with my makeup removal. I soap it up and it removes the makeup quickly. I whip it around in my shower curtain that is closed to get the excess water out, hanging out to dry on my hook, and she good. She clean, she dry, she's fine. I'm not crazy about it for eye makeup, and I understand the point about using this again is to be more environmentally friendly, to not create so much waste in your makeup removal routine. I still use my White Rabbit pads with my Sephora eye makeup remover for the waterproof. I use that on my eyes and then I use this for the rest of my face. I get it. Why, Alicia, you're so dumb? I could experiment with maybe applying some of the Bioderma on this. Maybe that will help the eye makeup remove better without relying just on water. I don't know how this will deal with my waterproof formula from my Sephora remover, but I could experiment with it. I think this is a great makeup remover. It does what it says. Again, I have to experiment with the eye makeup portion of it, but the rest of your face, outstanding. This works incredibly well. Let me know if you have this guy. If you're thinking about it, I think you should give it a shot. I'm going to quickly move into hair, and this item I was so lucky enough to work with the brand for. This is the AQUIS hair turban, and the reason why I'm featuring this in my favorites video, I'll have a playlist of all the AQUIS sponsored videos I did. This itself is not a sponsored video, but I wanted to include it in my February favorites because I recently, and I also filmed me doing this in an updated wash and go video, how I now use this to scrunch out the excess product in shower during my wash and go routine. I never used to do that. When I first tried the AQUIS towel, I will first take out the majority of water away from my hair and then I'll go in with the styling product. It was very hard for me to convert because I've always applied styling product to super soaking wet hair, especially in shower. Now, behind the science of dealing with super wet hair that is more susceptible to damage because of all the water in the cuticles, it makes a difference definitely to use a towel that's just better designed for your hair in terms of reducing frizz and preventing dryness. I now put all the product in my hair after I rinsed out my conditioner in just 2 huge sections. I don't spend a long time in the shower with the water on. I do my 2 huge sections and just rake through a ton of product. And I was apprehensive about this step before because I'm squeezing out so much product, what's the point? It helps because when you use this towel to squeeze out the excess product, it leaves your hair intact and just squeezes out the right amount. It's outstanding because, friends, I have a lot of hair and I can't wait for it to dry when it's just soaking wet from product. The whole thing where you're put the product on, now leave it alone. I can't leave her alone. She's gonna take like 12 hours to dry. I need to use something that's going to take the excess product out, but still leave my hair intact and frizz free. This is it. The fibers in here, much like the face halo technology and like not disrupting anything else, but just taking off what needs to be taken off. The fibers in here are not rough on the hair, not aggressive on the hair. Your hair will be left shiny, smooth, and just in its natural textured state. Another time that I needed this towel and I didn't have it, I didn't bring it with me, was I was at Maddie's house. I trained a client that it was either her or her roommate, they were smoking, and I smelled it in the room, and when I left, I still smelled like smoke, despite the fact that they weren't smoking with me in there. Not crazy about that smell, and I did not want to go to bed with my hair smelling like smoke. It is just like, it's the worst for me. Not a fan. Didn't have time to do a full-on wash and go that night. It was late. I had to wake up early for my class. What do I need to do? I washed my hair. I just did a co-wash, wet it, put the conditioner in just to take out the tangles. Of course, at that time, I used the paper towel because I didn't have the AQUIS towel with me. This would have been crucial in drying my hair faster, 50% times faster than a regular towel would, but keeping it intact, shiny, soft, and still coily. In the summertime, I'm gonna use this a lot for wash and goes that I just need to be like out the door and going on with what I need to do for the day. This guy right here, I love how it leaves my hair, and despite the fact that I'm squeezing excess product out, it does not over squeeze it out. It just leaves it perfectly styled, and I am so happy that I switched my routine around a little bit and discovered a benefit from this towel. Before, I never used to do that because I felt even with the t-shirt I was just wasting product. I'm happy I experimented and my hair's been looking good, and you'll see that on the updated wash and go video, so stay tuned for that. And yes, I have worked with AQUIS in the past. I've been using this towel for like a year, friends, and it plays a huge role in my wash and go routine. I don't use it once in a while or just once in a while to start talking about it. No, this is heavily integrated into my life in terms of maintaining good hair. So there you go. Jewelry. Now this is a little bit of a sad story. It's a little bit of a sad story because I am so careless. Sometimes when I take off my earrings, I put them in my pocket when I really should put them inside my backpack in a smaller bag. It might have been a day that I was taking out my keys and I think one of them fell out. This is from a handful, but the actual artist, her name is Chloe Chu, and her company is called Lovely Strokes. In the artist and flea market, this time it was in Soho, a handful is a curation company where they pull from different jewelry creators and brands from around the globe. And they have on the display not only the jewelry designs, but who designed them, where are they from. Like, these are from Singapore, and the designs that they had on that table were beautiful, fun, different, unique, and just a way to spice up your jewelry collection if you're into that. They primarily only sell earrings, but they sell like a whole bunch of different styles from around the world. So it's just a really great way to connect to different artists, to see what's going on that's not so mainstream, but just to kind of bring in another element to your styling, to your jewelry collection. I love this in particular because she hands makes these, and they're a stud post. These are sterling silver posts, and I'm so bummed that I lost one. I'm going to email either a handful or Chloe just to see if she has a pair that's similar to that so I can repurchase the pair. But I had to mention that because I just love those earrings, and I have the Eastly NYC, I Still Love You NYC. These are actually the same brand that makes like the acrylic iridescent jewelry that I love to wear a lot. These are like a gold sparkle glittery type of gig that I think they're really fun too, super lightweight to wear. Back to a handful, I will post all the information down below, of course, so you could check it out. I hope the little clip that I posted on this portion of the video kind of gave you a sense of what a handful likes to curate, and it piques your interest somewhat. But I'm definitely going to get another pair of those earrings for sure. Do you like my nail? KO polish, that whole thing, man, is insane. Didn't expect for them to just shut down, and then I saw Kathleen's video about the whole thing. I was talking about with one of you, I was like, maybe Kathleen just got tired of making nail polish, because I didn't think it was a money thing. Like, she was not making money. People loved her nail polish. I would see sold out stuff even before the shutdown announcement, and it came into fruition that she was having trouble with the co-owners, and that happens a lot. And hopefully she could get back on her feet with her new nail polish brand. But I wanted to mention another brand, two actually, that I use with KL polish, F.U.N lacquer, and Live Love polish. I think these have the most neat finishes. This is a magnetic polish, and what you do, you have to buy the tool, but it's a magnetic tool that you hold over the polish and the pigments shift. So they look multi-chromatic and just otherworldly. This is in the shade from the F.U.N lacquer brand. This is in Harmony. Look how cool that is. Like, what? This hand doesn't look as good because I had trouble holding the magnetic tool with my left hand close enough to the nail. I'll get better at it, I promise. But man, that is just the best. I love this polish. I actually apply this on top of the black nail polish. So all you need to do is apply one coat of the magnetic polish, put the tool over it, and look how cool that appears. Live Love polish actually has a collection. They call it the Feline collection. It's in conjunction with the Koneko, I think is what it's called. Konoko. I'm the worst. It's a cat cafe here in NYC that has adopted cats, so you could go to the cafe if you want to adopt a cat, you can, or you could just go there and play with the cats while having a cappuccino or a cafe au meow. I tried. I'm so sorry. This is actually like a duochrome top coat that you could apply on black. They just recently released their Feline collection that they have like different versions of the magnetic polish that you could use the tool with. That's like blue and green and magenta and gold. Like, it's insane. I think I want to get it, but I need to like not spend $90 on nail polish, even though I already had. I mean, why not? I just can't get over this. I think it is so cool. Like, the way it looks, it's just so pretty. Definitely check them out. They have beautiful cream finishes as well. Beautiful colors, beautiful top coats, color shifting top coats, duochrome, whatever. Let me know if you tried F.U.N lacquer or Live Love polish down below. All info down below so you could just rummage through and explore. Makeup. Okay, we're finally in the makeup. Let me just start with this brush, man. The Wayne, I'm so sorry, that's so dirty. The Wayne Goss 24S from his synthetic capsule collection. These are now sold individually. I'm sorry that I don't have, or maybe I do. I have the powder brush here as well. I think the eye brushes that came in this collection are over there with the rest of my brushes. I'm so sorry. This brush is like the best. Let me tell you why. This allows for like a Bob Ross experience when I'm applying my foundation. I'm not even kidding. You just get a little bit on the back of your hand and you just start slapping it on like a paintbrush, getting it into your skin. And the way the bristles are designed, they're so incredibly soft. It just feels gorgeous on the skin and makes it for easy application for your liquid foundation or even your cream foundation. Applying cream contour has never been easier. Dot it around the perimeters of your forehead, down the cheekbone. It just blends the cream contour so quickly as well, but keeps it right in the hollows of your cheekbone. It doesn't allow it to travel all over the place. It keeps it very clean, very easy to apply. This is an outstanding brush and it's synthetic, so I would use it for creams and liquids because that's just what it's better designed for. Now, some of you might think, no, synthetics are the worst, only using for cream. If you are allergic to natural hair or you just have moral ethics about using natural hair brushes, I think it is great that he created these brushes that are now sold separately, yay, that you can use for powder as well, and they're going to give you a beautiful finish on the skin. Yes, are they just as good and exactly the same as natural brushes? No. If you're gonna be splitting hairs, yeah, they're very different. In terms of the finish in comparison to other synthetic brushes out there that are priced similarly and don't come close to performance to Wayne synthetic brushes, I've been using this brush every day to apply my foundation, and I haven't looked at any of the brush. I haven't used a sponge. I haven't used my other foundation brushes that I love so much. My So Ava, my Beautylicious Chica Hodo from the Holiday 2018 set. This right here, you saw the demo. It just slaps it on so fast, and it's a fan brush. You could pull it around the brow with ease, down between the brows with ease, gets around the nostrils beautifully, easily. It's just so fun to maneuver around your face with this fan brush, man. I love it. And I did pick up the Natasha Denona Bloom set. I didn't include it in this favorites video because I didn't use it extensively enough to feel to include it as a favorite. I'm gonna use it all month. Maybe you'll see her in April for March. But using his synthetic brush, the 25SS, to apply the cream blush in the palette, you're not even ready for that demo. I'm just gonna leave it at that, okay? Oh my god, and did you see the whole tribute about Wayne and Mel? I was crying in the restaurant when I saw her video about Wayne Goss calling her. I had to hold back the tears because I'm like sitting on this table all by myself, just crying. Anytime Mel cries, it's a guaranteed ball for me. For sure. I am so happy for her, and Wayne did a video dedicated to her. It was just so much love on the internet, which is needed because everything that's going on right now, insane. People are just saying the things that are coming out of these people's keyboards and devices. It's just, I can't even think about it. To witness that moment between Mel and Wayne just kind of restores faith in humanity and knowing that there are kind people still left on this planet Earth. The passion right now with a lot of topics surrounding different subjects, it's a lot. I'm just happy that we could just come together, talk about makeup, and there are people who will still recognize other people's kindness and generosity and shout them out on this platform and help them thrive. So that was a beautiful moment. Every time I use my Wayne Goss brushes, I think about them. I love them so much. Still on the topic of brushes, my Hakuhoho brushes that I forgot to bring with me. Oh my gosh. I will link that video up above so you can see my Hakuhoho haul. I bought a bunch of eye brushes and I really put them to the test when I was doing my 3 look series using Pat McGrath. The different size crease brushes that Hakuhoho has is outstanding. It enhances your skill set in terms of you wanting to be more creative with cut crease looks or double cut crease looks, or maybe you just want a cleaner blend in your crease or outer corner. Those brushes are so incredibly soft. The way they are designed, it just makes for an easy experience with applying eyeshadow. Like, this is a Hakuhoho brush. It's very small, but it's a super tiny shader brush that you could use for tight lining, you could use for smudging. I decided to just get my butt off the bed and get the brushes. Here are 3 that I've been using a lot of. The bigger fluffy brush, like the medium size, and the very tiny J5529. Look at the heads of these brushes. They're just so different in size and they contribute very much so to a clean, beautiful, smoky eye, or even just a very daily friendly eye, whatever you need. They don't get out of hand. They still stay soft. Oh my goodness. I am so happy I got Hakuhoho brushes, and thank you for all the recommendations I received. Some of you guys wrote down like all the numbers and the descriptions and what they're used for. I cannot tell you how helpful that is. Thank you so much. I am going to buy more. Maybe not this second because I need to make more money. But until then, I'm gonna enjoy what I have. This is also a Hakuhoho brush. It is the G5521B. This is the softest highlighter brush of life. It hugs the cheekbone beautifully well. It just evenly distributes any highlighter texture that I apply on my cheekbone. It's just so soft, shiny, beautifully skin-like. I cannot get over this brush just moves against the skin. It's just like for dang. And I love the short handle. It's easy to travel with, very lightweight, but still incredibly effective and beautiful on the skin. All the Hakuhoho brushes that I purchased will be on my Hakuhoho haul video. Again, like I said, so if you want to head over to that, you can look at all and just copy and paste the list out of my description box. I had to. Listen, I'm still not gonna go crazy buying stuff, but Colourpop has a 20% off site-wide sale on items that are already pretty inexpensive. I have to get on board, man. You can't blame me. This is the Salvaje palette, and I am so happy I waited until the sale because I wanted it initially. I did. I waited. It was on sale. I think I got this for like 12 something instead of like the 16 or the 18 it was. It's in collaboration with Becky G. Didn't know who that was when this collaboration was announced. I'm 34, but there are a lot of these pop stars or whatever in the pop scene that I still don't know about. JoJo? Who is that? I know who it is now, but I didn't know after the fact she was famous. Anyway, I digress. The shades in here and the formula, outstanding. I have Salvaje on my lids right now, and let me tell you, all the shades in here are incredibly beautiful, buttery, pigmented, easy to blend, and just a dream to use. My favorite shade, well, I have a couple, but let me just break it down to 2. Cafecito. Cafecito is like the best brown of life. It shows up on any of these mattes. any of these mattes. If you want a little bit of intensity on like the reddish tones, you got it. A little intensity on the more neutral tones, you got it. If you want to put it down on the teal, you're gonna get your intensity from Cafecito. It doesn't appear patchy, it doesn't fade away, because you know when you apply the dark brown on other mattes that you applied initially, like your light transition shade, your medium transition shade, and then you go in with the matte, the brown. It like applies patchy, it doesn't adhere, it doesn't give you that intensity. It gives us the smoke. Here, you wanna come in? I think it is so great how it shows up on these red tones, man. Look how rich it looks. And you see that gold? This is the shade Corona. I think it's the beer. Look how beautifully gold that appears. And look how much is my earrings. And then I have Sangria on the crease, so it's really nice red tone. Patrona on the lids. And then I have, did I put, oh, you know what? I just realized I didn't put any of the inner corner. Let's put on estrella. I mean star in Spanish. Put estrella on the inner corner. Oh my God. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So good, man. I am so happy with this palette. You don't even know. Yes, they are shades that we've seen before, but I just love, for some reason, how these shades are arranged in this particular palette. How they all go together no matter how you want to steer your eye look. If you want it to be more red, if you want it to be more neutral, if you want it to be in between, if you just want it to be blue, you just have the opportunity to go around the spectrum of color, of blue, of neutral, and warm, and red. And they're all going to perform beautifully well. Very happy about this palette. I'm so happy I waited, that I got some dollars off. Did you notice what was on my lower lashes? The Colourpop BFF Mascara, and this is the shade Left No Red. I also have the teal shade, the royal blue shade, the purple shade. I was quite impressed with how these perform, and these are a splurge because even though I got these for maybe like $4 instead off the original price, they go bad after 3 months, so I have to make sure that I use the heck out of them. But again, if I want to buy another red mascara, it's good to know that I don't have to spend $28, and if I want to have a little fun, I could just spend $6 instead. You know what I mean? Really impressed with the formula and really love how it made my lower lashes look. You could also apply this to the top lashes, but I prefer colors to be, in terms of colorful mascara, to be my lower lashes and my top lashes to just be black. But then that leads us to the question, sun on your top lashes, Alicia. Well, I was going back and forth with this. Let me tell you. Pat McGrath's FetishEYES. If you saw my first impressions, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how to feel about it. And I was talking to Cobalt Nebula. Hey! Pat McGrath sets the standard so high that when she comes out with a product, you are expecting something from heaven. Like just something unlike anything you would have thought. She creates expectations. She is trailblazing. She creates the standard. And when she comes out with something that's maybe aligned with standards already, it's a little bit of a disappointment. And I think maybe I don't know what I was expecting. Was I expecting something crazy, outrageously good? And maybe because I didn't experience that, I was like, oh, this mascara is whatever. I do love the mascara. I think it's great. It's super black. The one con, I know it's in my favorites, but I'm still gonna mention this anyway. 2 cons. It does transfer when I apply it on my lower lashes. It does. And for my lower lashes, I always end up using my MAC Extended Play. Here it is. This is a great mascara to put on your lower lashes. The spoolie is small, so you don't get any mascara on the skin. There is something oddly satisfying when applying this mascara. It works fast. It builds fast. It gets black fast. Like, it's really fun just to see your lashes transform so quickly. And I feel the marketing aligns with what it does. Absolutely. Where you see the before and after lashes, it does that. Absolutely, it does that. Now, what I will say though, I do wish it had a little more curl. And I get more curl from my Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof. I could try now to apply the Better Than Sex on top of the FetishEYES just to see what that does, because I do feel that my lashes look more up when I applied the Too Faced. The reason why I'm still including it as a favorite is because I think it's still a great mascara. It really is. It does give you lashes fast. I don't feel like you have to do it with the 2 and the 3 coats, that you get a lot just with 1 coat. I applied a little bit of the Too Faced, but that doesn't look too bad. You know what I mean? Like the Pat McGrath on its own, I feel it gives me really nice lush lashes. Those times where I'm doing a no makeup look, very rare, but it does happen. I found it really hard to find the perfect mascara to give me enough lash that doesn't look too overwhelming with my no makeup look complexion. When I start applying mascara, I over apply, and then I'm like, well, then I have to apply eyeshadow now because it just looks out of place. This though, you apply 1 coat and you're good. It enhances the lashes quickly in the most beautiful, easy way. I feel this is what I always wanted Maybelline's Full and Soft to do when I used it years ago. Like, this is Full and Soft 10.0. You know what I mean? Yes, do I wish it was a little more curling and lifted? Absolutely. I was having some regrets in that first impressions video. I was, but I'm happy that I kept on using it, experimenting with it, figuring it out, getting to know her. And I do consider it a favorite. So thank you, Pat McGrath, for creating exceptional makeup. These aren't new, but this has been my go-to lip combo of life. When I first bought Los Angeles, this is from Pat McGrath's Luxetrance lip line, I thought it was a cool color. I thought it was cool. I was very excited when I saw it online because it was that beigey grayish tone that I actually prefer over a warm peachy one when it comes to nude lipsticks. I applied it on its own and it was a little gray, and I'm like, I adjusted the color, I mixed it up, but I stopped using it altogether because I found Verona from Ofra, stuck with that. Love my Jungle Matte from Dior. When Faux Real came into my life and I applied Faux Real on top of Los Angeles, a wrap. It was a wrap. This is my #1 nude combination of life. I'm not even kidding. Today I have Divine Rose from her mini liquid lust gloss kit on top of Los Angeles, but man, if you want the perfect nude beige lip, and I'm tan skin in terms of the skin tone spectrum, this combination, you guys, it is like life-changing. I love how Faux Real looks on top of Los Angeles. Faux Real just gives it a little more shine and just zhuzhing, so it doesn't look so gray, but it just looks beautifully beige. Outstanding combination. I've been doing this every day. I've been using now my Los Angeles nonstop. The liquid lust glosses I've just been using every day, period. If I have a lipstick shade or a liquid lipstick that I need adjusting in tone or in finish, I just use the liquid lust and it is divine. So happy I revisited Los Angeles. Now with Faux Real, it's just too much to handle. It really is. Couple of shout outs I wanted to do because I had a hard time figuring out if I love this concealer because I don't think it got a lot of great reviews, but she held me down during my Pat McGrath Relook series because I removed not only my eyeshadow but my concealer and left the rest of my makeup on. Wasn't gonna remove all my makeup. That would have taken me forever. I needed a formula that I could reapply under my eye, but it will melt with the rest of my makeup and not look patchy or textured. The Makeup Forever Ultra HD Light Capturing Self-Setting Concealer. This is the concealer that I had on those videos. I have it on today. It is only medium coverage. It's not going to be that super crazy coverage that you might experience from the multi-use Born This Way from Too Faced, even Fenty Beauty's concealer. A lot of people are feeling the new Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Concealer. I'm not getting it because I just feel I have so much concealer that I need to finish what I have, like, okay? Every time I apply this after removing the look, it just melted beautifully into my skin and with the rest of the makeup that was left behind. I apply this either with my fingers, which I think is best to, and I actually spoke to Ruben, one of the resident makeup artists at the store on 12th Street, says this is designed to work best with fingers because it is formulated to look like skin once blended. Either my fingers or a damp beauty sponge, which is also ideal. Applies fast, looks like skin, does not look cakey, does not look dry. It just looks beautiful, and I loved how it looks under my eyes, and I loved how it just blended with the rest of my makeup. This is in the shade 34. I primarily use this under my eye. It's just a beautiful, soft formula that blends beautifully into the skin, and it gives it like a nice glow. And because it is only medium coverage, yeah, it's not going to give you all the crazy coverage, but it's light reflecting and diffusing. The pigments in here are just going to help streamline the darkness or any discoloration that you have under the eye, but still look lightweight in nature. I understand if you're not crazy about it, because yeah, this is not going to set like the multi-use or the Fenty. I have to set my concealer no matter what. I get a lot of creasing right under my eye because I just have all the makeup removing that I've been doing. It's naturally going to gather there, but once I powder and set, it's fine. I usually powder and set either with my Hourglass translucent veil or with my Milk Makeup set and blur in the shade Light. Perfection. This has saved me, friends. To make it fast, just go dot 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 and blend and on to the next eye look. And I think this formula is ideal as well if you just want concealer under the eyes and nothing else on the rest of your face. This is not heavily pigmented, so it's just gonna melt in with the rest of your skin and just give a nice light diffuse finish under the eyes without looking out of place, like you just have concealer under the eyes and the rest of your face is uneven. Let me know if you tried it, if you hate it, maybe you want to give it another chance, maybe you want to use another tool or something, but I've really been liking it, especially with my multi-look videos. It has been the MVP. We're winding down, friends. We're winding down. As you know, I love to train contortion. I love the UNIQLO Heat Tech long sleeve crew neck shirts. I wear this with my Beyond Yoga high-waisted leggings because I like everything just to be sucked in and gathered together. And this one in particular is the extra warm, so you see that it has like an extra lining on the inside and it has the outside as a different color. I love these to train in because they're soft, they move with me, they keep my body warm, and especially if I wear this under a sweater or a hoodie, it just helps create that warmth around my back, and I feel it just makes for better training in the back bending category. I feel they look great. They contour the body well, and I love the scoop neck. I just love showing off the collarbones because I have like a -8 cup, so I rely on my collarbones, you know what I mean? I have like 3 black ones, different colors. I have them in gray like 3 times over. This is like my uniform. My uniform. Heat Tech UNIQLO with high-waisted leggings and bomba socks. That's it. That's the kinky sweat uniform. Okay, let me know if you have anything from Heat Tech, because they have Heat Tech socks, Heat Tech leggings, Heat Tech this, Heat Tech that. I do wish they came back with the high-waisted leggings. Now they're just mid-rise, but I have to try them because I was told that if you just pull them up a little higher, they could be high-waisted, but they're not the same as like the original high-waisted that had an extra panel of fabric on the low seam of the waistband. Anyway, last item, I have my heating pad. Listen, on days that I could get my butt basically on the back of my head, when my body starts to cool down, it just gets really tight, and especially now in the winter time, any extra bit of warmth is very helpful in the recovery process. This is from Naturecreation. Yes, www.naturecreation.com. 100% natural hot and cold herb pack. It has like a nice medicinal holistic scent to it. You microwave it for a minute and a half. You could put it on your neck, you could put it on your shoulders, you could put it on your back, you could put it on your stomach, wherever, on your legs, on your hips. And sometimes after training, especially when I'm editing and I have to sit for a little while after back bending for so long, I put this on my back, and it just helps the muscles and everything just ease into a cooling down phase and not get like right away. And if I need extra warming up before I start training, if I'm at home, I'll just put this on my back or on my shoulders. I have a neck injury that flares up from time to time, so when mama's feeling it, I just put this on and I massage with my balls, with my hands, just to help get everything back together. I freaking love this. Like, I am a grandma. I look forward to just coming home, taking a shower, putting on my house outfit, and putting on my heating pad. Sit. Whether I edit or I watch Netflix, The heating pad is like such a crucial step in my unwinding routine, and it just helps me get into that state of relaxation, and I feel it's just a great self-care item for your body. These also come just as long rectangles, and I think they also have eye pads as well. Let me know if you use these down below, but if you experience any chronic pain or you just need heat to help ease it, heating pads are the way to go. Do I have any fails? I have one fail. Hold on. I don't have a lot of fails because I'm trying not to go crazy buying things, so I didn't encounter a makeup item that was absolute trash to me. Trying to think. Not yet anyway. But I do have a skincare item that started to break me out, and I was kind of bummed about it. I got this from Soko Glam. This is the Super Hyaluronic 100 Aqua Emulsion, and it's from Neogen, the brand that I love, the brand that makes my skin essence as well as my SPF. I started applying this morning and night, and I was getting a lot of little whitehead. Not a huge amount, but enough to kind of get me thinking, am I using something that's breaking me out? I'm bummed because after my facial vlog, if you haven't checked that out, I'll leave it up above and down below, Jody was saying how my skin was dry, so I was like, okay, maybe I'll get an emulsion as the step before your moisturizing step if you use a cream or a lotion. This has 3 different types of hyaluronic acid in it, and it just helps replenish the lipid barrier from the inside out. I thought maybe I would give this a shot. It's $32. I took a chance. I could return it, but I threw away the receipt because I just assumed that I would love it, because anything that I have purchased thus far from Soko Glam hasn't really broken me out tremendously. And it could be that I'm on the timeline of my cycle that I am more susceptible to breakouts, that it wasn't the emulsion per se, but it's just, that's how it is when it comes to periods and things. I do feel that I was just getting a lot of them daily ever since I started using this emulsion. So I'm gonna stop using it and see how it goes, and I automatically see a difference in my skin. I felt like I didn't get as many breakouts by the end of the day, because that's when I see them mostly. After the day, the makeup's been on for a long time, any sweating that might have occurred, I feel they just come and round it out by forming whiteheads on my face. I'm not gonna put it all to waste. I might like pump some in my body lotion. I still use my Soap for Sinners lavender body lotion, so I'll pump some of this in with my body lotion, because I don't think that's gonna cause breakouts on my body like the light breakouts it caused on my skin. Or I could recommend this to someone, anyone in my circle of friends that's looking to try something for their skin. Maybe it won't break them out. I'll be sure though to pump out a sample for them if I do decide to do that, just to make sure that I don't wreak havoc on their skin, because I will feel terrible if that happened. But for the meantime, I'm just gonna put this on my body. Okay, that's it. And that is it, friends. Let me know down below what your favorites or even fails have been for the month of February. If you liked any of the products mentioned, if you have any questions about them, please sound off below and we'll take it from there. And that, my friends, is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another chit chat, demo, tutorial, favorites, or review. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.